Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
With the late great Alex Trebek, of course. And by the way, here's another game that I got to get looking better than ever. Just this time, I didn't have to worry about emulating this shit, which is nice. Unfortunately, I lost my old save file for no good reason, so here I am trying it again. With red shoes this time. So yeah, this is basically the equivalent of starting over. Although, I gotta see where I am on my run before I continue. I believe this would only be the third game. I couldn't tell you how much I have, how much I've won in those two games that I did previously. Oh, okay then. I had to look, but apparently I've done 3 games already, so this will be game number 4, and just to make things a little interesting, I'm going to play on medium difficulty. So get ready for me to lose.
This is Jeopardy!
Wow, that was fast.
Today's contestants are... Player 1, Player 2, Player
Hey,
3,
okay.
and now...
I thought I managed to get the
Jeopardy,
frame rate
Alex
like at a consistently
Trebek.
high level.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good luck to all 3 of you in this Jeopardy round.
I'm not sure what happened
and
here.
we start the Jeopardy round categories with this one. Literary characters.
I am on medium
Let's
difficulty,
celebrate.
right? So everything's gonna be
American history.
at the medium
Pop
setting.
culture. IHOP.
I hop.
And ain't we got pun?
All right.
Player 1.
Let's
You're in
see if we
command
got
of the
pun.
board. Punning on Glenn Miller, a 1985 film with Gina Davis as a vampire was called This 65000.
5,000. What the shit?
Let's hear it. Player 2. That is correct.
Oh, I suppose.
You get to pick again.
Yep. Okay.
Player
Something
2.
bad happened with the frame buffer.
A scholarly paper on punning restaurant names was titled Do Drop In and This Vegetable Entertain You.
What is lettuce?
Yes, player 1. Select letters by pointing the wheel.
Yeah, I know
on
how
the
this works,
screen,
Alex.
And then once you've typed in some letters, feel free to select your word. That's it.
I feel like I got the question mark like way too big on
Choose
that
again,
thing.
player 1. 8 months pregnant, Jolie Fisher did a cabaret act entitled From Here to This.
Motherhood. I don't know. Let me guess.
Okay,
Katie's gonna
player
get this
3.
one too.
Sorry.
Infirmary.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
See, I have this. I'm having this loaded with a USB loader GX.
Yeah, good.
Oh, a pun on.
Two. You
I
can
get it.
this.
That was
A presidential
dumb.
exhibit at the National Postal Museum was called This to the Chief.
Mail to the chief.
Okay, player 1.
Of course.
Right.
So I thought I did everything right in
We
fixing
return to
the.
you, player 1. Meaning a coming, it's the period before Christmas that begins on the Sunday nearest to November 30th.
What's Advent?
Let's hear it, player 1. You got it.
Yay. I'm catching up to you, Katie.
Player 1, back
Be
to you.
afraid.
Collecting money for UNICEF on this holiday was begun in 1950 by a Philadelphia Sunday school class.
On this
Player 3.
holiday.
Hey, you're right.
I'm sorry, Halloween.
Hey, you're on the plus side. Player 3, back to you. The patron saint of lovers is honored on this annual holiday.
What's Valentine's?
Yes, player 1.
And I'm going to catch up to Katie. Be very afraid.
Yep.
Just as soon as I can master this
Player 1.
freaking
Pick
keyboard.
again. Customs on this 121st day of the year include dancing around a pole and giving
Dancing around a
baskets
pole?
to friends and family.
121st day of the
It's
year.
Player 1.
Giving baskets? Wait, it's not always the 21st day of the year, is it? Am I missing this?
No. Sorry.
I'm obviously missing this.
Anyone else?
Arbor Day?
Here's what we were looking for. May Day.
Who
You
gives
again, player
what
one.
baskets?
Former U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson founded this annual observance devoted to the environment.
What's Earth Day?
Player 1?
It's got to be Earth Day.
Right.
There we go. Well, I'm not tied for the lead
Select
anymore,
again.
which sucks.
A two-time Oscar-winning actress, one of her first jobs was as the Coppertone suntan lotion girl at age 3 in 1965.
Age 3 in 1965. Katie's got this. No, she doesn't.
Here's the correct response. Jodie Foster.
Okay then. I just realized
You
Alex
get to
Trebek
pick
is standing
again,
on a
player.
tall-ass
In
podium.
1964, he topped the pop music charts with the title song from Hello, Dolly.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know we were talking about musicals. I thought this was pop culture.
That's correct.
I mean, I suppose it's pop culture.
Player
Louis
three,
Armstrong
back
might
to
be
you
pop
for
culture.
our next selection.
In the
All right, here
60s.
with the clue is Kelly.
Glasses with colored filters in each eye let you watch films in 3D. At the 2010 Grammys, the audience donned them for a montage from this performer's This Is It.
Yes, player
Little
one.
did they know that it really was it. No backsies. Michael Jackson.
Correct. Player 1, you pick. Michael C. Hall of 6 Feet Under went to Showtime to play this homicidal title character.
Oh dear.
It's player 2.
I'm never going to be able to get this. Who is Adrian Monk?
Anyone
Really?
else wanna hazard
Adrian
a guess
Monk?
on this? Here's the response we were looking for. Dexter Morgan. Select again. In I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, Kevin James weds this Hanukkah song guy at Niagara Falls.
Who's Adam Sandler?
Let's hear it, player 1. Yes.
I mean, it had to have been Adam Sandler, right?
Player 1. Pick it.
I hope we got pun.
It's the Daily Double. You are currently in the lead. Here is your clue. About comparing a pair of Beatles, a punchline in Master and Commander is, choose the lesser of two these.
What are Weevils?
That puts you even further ahead.
I'll tell you what.
Please pick again, player 1.
I'm loading this from my flash drive. I wonder if that's...
In 1609, this captain was injured in a gunpowder explosion and lost his leadership role in Jamestown. It's player 3. You
Oh, of course it was John Smith. I could have guessed that and...
choose again, player 3. In A Christmas Carol, the ghost of this dead partner is the first spirit to visit Scrooge. The correct response is Jacob Marley. You again, player 3.
Yeah.
In A Scandal in Bohemia and other early stories, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle gave this physician a wife, Mary Morstan.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle? Dr. Livingstone?
Let's hear it, player 2. That's correct.
Oh, okay.
We return to you, player 2. Here's Kelly to start us off.
John Tenniel depicted this Lewis Carroll title character in 1865.
Who would be
Player one.
Alice in Wonderland?
Good for you.
I wonder if they would have accepted Alice in Wonderland.
Player 1, back. The New Deal refers to the economic recovery and social reforms implemented by this U.S. president.
Who's FDR?
Yes, player one.
Franklin Benjamin? What?
Correct.
Was that it? Was that a real person?
Choose again, player one. This January 1st, 1863 document liberated all slaves in regions still under Confederate control.
I mean, did it really,
Okay,
though?
player one.
It would have to be the emancipation. Or, excuse me, the emancipation.
Yes.
I defy you,
Pick
game.
again, player one. Ivan Petrovich Voynitsky is the title character of this 1899 Chekhov play.
Oh my god, what was the name of that play?
Yes, player three.
I'm sorry, the seagull?
Anyone else? Let's hear it, player two.
I swear
Good.
I'm sorry, Uncle Van... Oh, never mind, I would never have guessed.
Player two, back to you for our next selection. The invaders in this H.G. Wells novel are described as having tentacles and a peculiar V-shaped mouth.
Okay, so it's
Okay, player
H.G.
two.
Wells, not H.P. Lovecraft.
Nope. Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I don't want to hazard a guess. If I had multiple choices, I'd consider it, but I don't.
Here's what we wanted. The War of the Worlds. Select again. The red type of this marsupial can leap over barriers as high as 6 feet.
What's a squirrel?
It's player one. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Or was it a flying squirrel?
Player two. That's right. Way to go. We return to you, player two. This class of animals includes frogs and toads.
What's amphibia?
Okay, player one. Yes. Player one, pick again.
IHOP.
This tiny insect pest, Pulex irritans, can leap more than 130 times its own height.
130 times. Well, if that's the case...
It's player three. Right you are.
Okay, I was thinking grasshoppers.
Player three, you pick again, please. The hare named for this country between France and the Netherlands is actually a rabbit.
Oh, you mean there's actually a difference? This country between France and the
Let's hear
Netherlands.
it, player three. That's not it. Any other takers?
I guess I spend most of this game in a concentration mode.
We're talking about Belgium.
Yeah, I'm just
You
too busy
again,
thinking
player
about
three.
the answers to all of these, or the
Grasshopper
questions to
shares
all of
the
these
billing
clues.
with one of these insects in the title of an Aesop fable.
What is an ant?
Player one. That is correct.
I thought I remembered the ant and the
Player
grasshopper
one,
being a
back to
fable,
you.
but it also made me think of A Bug's
In
Life.
1898, Americans were urged to remember the battleship named for this state. It sank in Havana Harbor.
I was thinking the Alamo,
The
but
correct
the Alamo's
response
not a state.
Is Maine. And we'll wrap up the board with this clue.
I'm sorry, that was
After General Cornwallis
$400.
surrendered at Yorktown, this American traitor accompanied him back to England.
Okay, I feel like they got the dollar
player
values for
one.
these clues mixed up. I mean Benedict Cumberbatch.
Right. Player three is going first in Double Jeopardy when we
I've
come back following
got
this.
people living all around me now, so forgive me for not being nearly as talkative.
And we have 2 daily
I mean,
doubles
what am I supposed to do?
in these categories. NBA nicknames.
Ooh.
The
Oh,
elements.
wait a minute. We're talking about, like,
18th century America.
we're talking about the players
short form.
players instead of the
Biblical
teams.
abominations. And world capitals.
I know one of these I'm going to struggle
Player
with.
3 gets to make the first selection once again.
Or two
This
of
time,
these.
we're moving into the double Jeopardy round. Born in 1752, she was trained as an upholsterer and could make and repair curtains, bed covers, rugs, and even umbrellas.
Who's the girl from Rumpelstiltskin?
Okay, player 2. Right.
Oh, I suppose.
You get to pick again, player 2.
Yeah, Katie's going to run
Let's
this
take it
category.
over to Kelly.
After leaving the presidency in 1797, George Washington retired to this Virginia estate.
It's not Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon's actually a mount, right?
Here's what we were looking for. Mount Vernon.
What the Are you
Select
serious? Why did I think that was going... Why was I so sure that was going to happen?
Daily doubles.
I feel like I'm
You're in
doomed.
second right now. You need to select
Oh, you're only
a
wagering 800. I see
All
how
right,
it is.
Here's your clue. In April of 1777, Congress made this pamphleteer secretary to the Committee on Foreign Affairs.
Pain?
No. We're talking
No.
about Thomas Paine.
It was Pain. What the I would have like somehow gotten that right.
Budapest is the capital of Hungary. This is the capital of Romania.
What's Bucharest?
Yes, player 1. Right.
I would hope it'd be Bucharest. Well, I mean, why would you
Player
man?
one, back
Why
to
else
you.
would you mention
One of the perks of my job is knowing that perk, meaning a benefit, is short for this.
All right, I'm going to sleep.
It's player 2. Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect.
Not percentage.
Anyone else?
Perk. What would perk be short for?
Here's the correct response. Perquisite.
Perquisite. Oh,
Player
okay.
1. The Cosmo girl doesn't just look good, she can have a convo. Short for this.
What's a
Let's hear
conversation?
it, player 1.
I mean, it'd have to be. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Good for you.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Player 1, back to you. Rad, meaning excellent, was truncated from this.
Well, it would have to be
Player
radical.
1.
Or if we're talking the Price is Right game, I mean in Big John's. Radical Republicans? No, 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 no. It's just radical. It's just radical, man.
Hey, you're right.
It has to be. Give me the short
Please
form.
pick again, player 1. The Random House Historical Dictionary of American Slang has an 1896 citation of diff, D-I-F-F, as short for this.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
diff was a
player
word
one.
as early as 1896. It'd have to be different, correct?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Choose again.
That kind of threw me off a little. I'm not gonna lie.
Harold Kroto and others found this common element had a new molecular form, the fullerene.
I'm sorry.
Yes, player
Katie
2.
knew this right off the bat?
No, that's not right.
Okay, no, she didn't know it.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Croto and others found this common element. Well, I'm thinking either nitrogen or carbon,
It's player 3.
if we're talking about
That's correct.
common elements. Oh, okay. Samuel's trying to make a push for
We
me now.
return to you, player 3.
I would know something about the periodic
Because
table.
sound travels 2.7 times faster in this gas than in air, inhaling it makes your voice higher.
Well, that's true for neon, too,
Player
I'm
one.
sure. It would have to be true for neon. Because, a neon balloon would float in air. So what a helium
You
balloon,
again,
obviously.
player
But once
one.
you get to
This very
argon,
hard metal is named for the children of Uranus and Gaia.
ooh,
Let's hear it, player 3.
plutonium.
You are correct. You get to pick again, player 3. Bench presses build up the pecs, short for these.
What are the pectorals?
Yes, player 1.
I remember very vividly in Jeopardy for the PS2 saying Yellowstone National Park and
Player
it wouldn't
1,
accept
back
it.
to you. Superman knows its atomic number is 36.
That's kind of a
It's
bad omen,
player
don't you
one.
think? It wouldn't accept Yellowstone Park or Yellowstone National Park. It only accepted.
Correct.
It only took Yellowstone as a correct question.
Select again. Neon, argon, and radon are among these gases formerly called rare or inert.
What are the noble gases?
Okay, player 1.
See, I told you I knew something about the periodic table.
Yes.
I was wondering. I remember wondering as a kid if that
Choose
word
again,
was pronounced
player
gases.
Hondo. Let's hear
Okay,
it,
yeah,
player
I'm
3.
done.
That's right. Way to go.
John Havlicek.
Player 3, back to you
Havlicek.
for our next selection. MJ.
That would be Michael Jordan.
Player 1.
Obviously.
Good.
Where would I know Michael Irvin from?
Please pick.
You know what?
again,
Screw up
player
biblical
1. In
abominations.
Genesis, chapter 46, verse 34. Every shepherd is an abomination unto this kingdom that was known as Kemet.
I'm sorry, Genesis 46?
Here's the correct response. Egypt.
Hmm.
You
I didn't-
again,
I'm sorry, I
player
didn't
one.
get that
Mr.
far.
Clutch. It's player 2. Sorry, that's wrong.
Wow. Katie is sinking
Any
further
other
and
takers?
further and further into ineligibility from Final Jeopardy. Mr. Clutch, huh?
Player
Who was the
3?
guy whose number was universally retired?
That is correct.
I can't remember. Bill
You
something.
get
Bill
to pick
Walton.
again, player 3.
I don't think it would have been him.
Pistol Pete.
Oh my gosh.
Let's hear it, player 3. That is correct.
Somebody really knows his basketball.
Player 3.
Here's a
Pick
guy
again,
who's
please.
probably going to catch up to me.
Sir Charles.
Charles Barkley.
Okay, player 1.
Sir Charles. It would have to be.
You got
That's
it.
the only Charles I know who played in the NBA.
We return to you, player
Leviticus,
chapter 11, verse 10 says, All that have not fins and these in the seas shall be an abomination.
Tails? I don't think they knew anything about gills back then.
Here's the response we were looking for. Scales.
Scales. Fins and scales.
Player
Interesting.
one. Pick a potpourri is not mentioned, but this burning perfume is an abomination according to Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 13. Yes,
okay
player
then.
2.
Did not know that.
Right you are.
Oh, she finally got a clue right. Or
Please
a
pick
question.
again, player 2. Leviticus chapter 11 says, Most insects that creep or fly are an abomination, but this 8th plague is kosher.
Really?
Player 1?
I did not know that. Wait. This... We're talking about insects, so I would say locusts.
Good.
Okay. Glad I
Select
didn't mess
again.
that up.
Leviticus chapter 11 verse 13 declares that this bird of prey, later a symbol of Roman legions, is an abomination.
What? What? What?
Here's what we wanted. The eagle.
Really? Roman
Player one,
legions.
Back to you.
Alright. 18th century America.
From May to November of 1763, Chief Pontiac tried to drive the British from this city, now the biggest in its state. Let's hear it. Player 2.
You know, I'd appreciate it if,
That's correct.
really, Detroit was involved in the, just before the
Player
revolution.
2. You pick again,
Interesting.
please. Samuel Slater settled in Rhode Island and built America's first successful cotton spinning machines driven by this power.
Oh my gosh, what cotton spinning, okay.
Okay,
What
player
power
2.
would it be? Oh, it's not steam power?
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Hmm.
The correct response is water power.
Oh, powered by water?
We return
That's
to
simple,
you,
huh?
player 2. The capital of India is not pronounced Calcutta or Calicut, but
I'm
this
sorry, what?
way. Yes, player 1.
Wait a minute. I thought the capital of India was New Delhi.
Yes.
Oh, you were fooling with me.
This world capital is on the island of Java.
What's Jakarta?
It's player 1.
Soon to be formerly Jakarta.
Yeah, good.
Wonder if I can, like, somehow
You
get
again,
away from
player
Samuel. And there's a daily double.
And sir,
That might be a bit
the
challenging,
second
though.
daily double. You are in first place.
All right.
What'll it be?
You know what? 2,000. I need my lead. That's precious. Not gonna lie. Actually, you know what? 3,000.
Okay, here is the clue. Laid out in 1874, the botanical gardens in this capital have an observatory with a statue of Tycho Brahe.
Tycho Brahe, huh? We'll go Ho Chi Minh.
Even so, you are still in the lead. Here's the correct response. Copenhagen.
Oh, I would never. I'm sorry. We were moving all the way to Europe now.
$2,000 clue.
I thought this was world
This
capitals.
city on the Malay Peninsula is the capital of Malaysia.
I so want what's his face to buzz in and get this wrong. It's not gonna happen though.
Here's what we wanted. Kuala Lumpur. Sorry, player 2. Looks like you will not be continuing on to Final Jeopardy.
It's all a matter of if that contains
Final
Samuel.
Jeopardy's
That's
still
his
to
name.
come, And here's the category. Midwest topography.
Midwest
So,
topography,
what's
huh?
your wager?
Alright. He can go as high as 18.4. So we will bet another 3,000.
Each direction on the plus control pad represents
We know
a
how this
different
works, Alex.
response. Press a direction to select an answer. And now the last clue. This state has the largest sand dunes complex in the United States, just north of a river named for its flatness.
Largest sand dunes complex. It's either Nebraska or
Did you
Oklahoma.
come
I
up with
can't
the correct
remember.
response?
I said Nebraska.
Sorry, that incorrect response will drop your score by...
Oh, good news. I'm winning. I was going to guess Oklahoma.
Let's see your response.
I said Nebraska.
How much do you add to your total?
It ended up being
Correct
Nebraska.
response.
That's amazing. 18,400 add my run, and my total is up to
Congratulations.
what?
You are
I'm never
our
gonna
new
find this out.
champion. Good game. Thank you so much for playing.
Yeah, because I didn't even write down my totals for the first 3 games. I was hoping like to eventually add them up in a note on my phone, but what was it? 18-4. Clearly, I haven't gotten around to that. Here's hoping that I do. In the meantime, it's a bit early for that. I'll figure something out, I promise. Just stay tuned, okay? Bye.